Getting a proper night of sleep is something many people with tinnitus struggle with. And that is something that no one should have to live with. But it does not have to be this way. There are things you can do to improve your sleep by following very clear sleep guidelines. Some of them are easy to follow and might seem unimportant, but they really do matter. And this is important, to follow the guidelines properly, no matter how simple or even difficult they seem to be. That is key if you want to see a change. The trick here is to take these advices seriously and follow these advices to their point. Start with the easiest steps and give them a fair try. If they're not enough, you can move on to other methods that are more effective and well worth the effort. In our Master Tinnitus online program, that's exactly how we guide you, step by step, from simple basics to more powerful tools at your own pace. Just like with most other training to improve your tinnitus, a tinnitus coach like me can only give you the advice on how it's done. But you really have to do the work yourself to see the results. As I said, some advices are easy and some are more challenging. In this video, we are going to start with the easy ones. And in the end of this video, I'm going to share the options you have to proceed to create a healthy sleep routine without needing sleeping pills or other substances. So make sure to stay to the very end of this video. My name is Per Moneo. I'm a sound engineer, composer, musician and sound artist that are dealing with tinnitus and hearing loss, wearing hearing aids to make my work and life with music and sound possible again. Together with my wife and business partner, Irene Moneo, we run our family business in music production, where I also work as a tinnitus coach for musician and sound engineer. And on this channel, Navigate Tinnitus, we share the tips on what you can do to improve your situation with tinnitus and hearing loss. And please note that I am not a medical professional, so the advice I give is from a music creator and tinnitus coach point of view, where I teach what I learned going from a state of severe tinnitus and hearing loss that kept me on a sick leave for 18 months to a point where I am today, back working with music and sound. To do that, I learned everything I could from medical resources and by going through 6 months of CBT therapy that totally changed my relationship with tinnitus. The ability to have good night's sleep is fundamental to our life, and especially when it comes to tinnitus habituation. It's during sleep our body is recovering by repairing muscles and tissues, building immune strength and regulate hormones for appetite, growth and recovery. And our brain consolidate memories, strengthen neural connections, processing emotions and cleaning out metabolic waste to prepare us for the next day. It's very easy to think that sleeping pills is the way to go if having trouble go to sleep. But that is not the solution to most sleeping problems. Sleeping pills is only to be used if they're prescribed by a medical doctor. Please let me repeat that. Sleeping pills is only to be used if they're prescribed by a medical doctor. If a doctor makes the decision that you would benefit from using sleeping pills, then listen to him and do that. And if a doctor not tell you to use sleeping pills, then don't do that. You should never self-medicate or experiment with different substances. And you don't have to. There are other methods that is far better to try out to let you get a proper sleep. So what can we do to actually improve our sleep? Here is a bunch of tips that will improve your sleep if you take them seriously. And it's only when you take them seriously that they will work for you. Many people glance through these tips thinking they are too simple and just reply, "Nah, I tried them, it doesn't work for me." If you feel that way, then make a document where you write down all the tips in this video and set a check mark every day when you fulfill a task in this list. And do this for 14 days in a row. And after that, evaluate if it worked for you or if you need to proceed to the next level of sleeping advices. It's easy to think that it's the sound of tinnitus that makes it difficult to sleep. But in fact, it's the feelings of worry, depression, stress, and the emotion that keeps us awake. And these are the feelings and emotions that trigger tinnitus to get stronger, which results in that we might believe that we can't sleep, or that we wake up by the sound of tinnitus. When in fact, it's not the sound that is the problem. It's the emotions and feelings that are the actual problem. And you might feel that it is the sound of tinnitus that is making you wake up, but the fact is that everybody wake up a couple of times each night. But if we are worried, anxious, afraid or stressed, this will make it more difficult falling asleep again. So what can we do about it? Here comes tip number 1. Create a regular sleep routine. By going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, you teach your biological clock about your sleep-wake cycle so that it automatically will know when it's time to be awake and when it's time to sleep. Tip number 2. Create an evening routine. Create an evening routine that you do every night before going to sleep. Make it a routine that helps you relax and settle. You could read a book, meditate, or maybe do a yoga nidra meditation. Something that relaxes you and inspires. But do not use anything with a screen or anything that will make you alert. Tip number 3. No physical activities within 2 hours before going to sleep. Yeah, that simple. Number 4. No mental challenging activities within 2 hours before going to sleep. So, no problem solving, work planning, or other mental challenging activities. This is the time to relax. Tip number 5. Don't drink coffee, black tea, Coca-Cola, or any other beverage with caffeine within 5 hours of going to sleep. Yeah, that's right, 5 hours. Tip number 6. Don't use nicotine within 2 hours before going to sleep. Number 7. Don't drink alcohol within 5 hours before going to sleep. This one can be tricky, since most of us drink alcohol during evenings. But keep that 5-hour slot strict, no matter what, if you want to really see a change. Here we need to prioritize sleep over enjoyment, such as drinking alcohol. And the next one is where we need to find the right balance. No heavy meals before bedtime. And at the same time, don't go to bed hungry. Find a balance. Tip number 10. Don't have too hot or cold in the bedroom. 17 to 20 degrees Celsius, which should be something like 62 to 68 Fahrenheit, is good temperature for sleep. Tip number 11. Don't watch TV or smartphone screens within 2 hours before going to sleep. And absolutely no checking the smartphones in bed. Not even when using blue filter functions and similar. Tip number 12. Make sure it's dark in the bedroom when it's time for sleep. This will help our biological clock to know that it's nighttime and it's time to sleep. Number 13. When you wake up, make sure to start the day with lights in the morning and during the day. And fellow musicians, that means no dark venues, dark rehearsal rooms or dark studios. It's time to book these good ones with lots of natural light coming in. And lastly, tip number 14. If you wake up during the night and can't sleep for 15 to 20 minutes, don't try to punish yourself by trying to force sleep. No, instead, get up and do something else for a while and go back to sleep when you feel tired again. These tips are the first ones I recommend you try out seriously. Not just briefly and vague. Do they properly and 7 days a week for at least a week or two. If you haven't seen a change after that, you might need to go to the next level and try out more effective but challenging methods. But don't drop the methods above. They are an important part of the overall puzzle. If you would like my help how to proceed and what you can try next, we have created a 6-month Master Tinnitus online training program, specially designed for us working with music and sound. This is a step-by-step program where you can learn exercises that you do systematically that will help you to change your relationship with tinnitus, including sleep. And the better you do the exercises, the bigger improvement you will get. These are the methods that helped me go from severe tinnitus and 18 months of sick leave to a state where I am now, back working with music and sound. You find the Master Tinnitus program inside our Navigate Tinnitus community. A community that, by the way, is totally free of charge to join. Inside the community, you find a free tinnitus strategy that is totally free training that can be a good start before deciding if the 6-month Master Tinnitus program is for you. I truly hope that these tips can be a good start for you to get back your sleep routine again. Because without a proper night's sleep, it will be very difficult to habituate from tinnitus. And if this video resonates with you, why not hit that like button, that subscribe button and the notification bell? And for now, breathe, relax, and we see you in the next video. Ciao.